What up, what up, what up? Good evening and welcome to the Full Force Newsburst Live Classified Series Viper 3-pack unboxing is what we're doing tonight. Yeah, I thought I would, bust this bad boy out just to, I'm not going to show you the other side because I forgot to take the stickers off that have, actually I can just cover them up, can't I? I could do something like that. There must be something I can put in the way. This notepad can go in the way for now. There you go. Shipped in own container box Viper 3-pack fresh from In Demand Toys in the United Kingdom. Thank you, Nick and Mass and everyone involved there. If you're watching along tonight, please let me know in the comments. And, if you want to ask me any questions, you're more than welcome to do so. I won't answer anything. I'm just kidding. I will do my best to get to all the comments and so on and so forth. But I think most people want to see, as I break everything, most people want to see what's in this box. So let's just shift on, shall we? And get to the good bit. Yeah, so this is something that was actually should have been here 2 days ago, got here yesterday, and I'm only getting to it today. Hello, Matthew Matson. Hello, Tyler Johnson. Thanks for jumping on, guys. Hello, Captain K. Hello, Mr. Popinski. Hello, guys. Hope you're all having a good evening. I don't know if this will make it better or worse. Hello, Jason Pentecost. Hoping my Tiger Force Outback doesn't get pushed back again. That has happened a lot to a lot of people, hasn't it? I apologize. That sucks. That really does suck. Well, today, though, is all about the Viper 3-pack, and I'm going to get stuck into this right now. So, first of all, I'm going to cut the ships in own container box down the side and there, and prise that open. And what have we got inside? Ooh, 47. Interesting. What could it be? Okay, that's cool. Let me just get this box out of the way so we don't have to worry ever again about you seeing the addresses on there. Boom. Okay, straight away we have that beautiful Anthony Petrie artwork, which is just so cool. And on there, obviously, it's been slightly changed a little bit so that the kind of Viper officer can be included, and obviously the decos too match. But that it just looks so cool. I love this artwork. And again, for a non-plastic package, I'm pretty cool with that, honestly. 47 in the Cobra symbol on the top. We've got all the legal gumph on the bottom, as you'd fully expect. And on the side, we have their traits, which you can check out on the website, obviously, and the number 47 there, and the same on that side. So there's basically gone with traits on both sides. Now, the back is the interesting part for me because we've got the product shots of what's inside and the loadout of all of the gear and blast effects. The blast effects look quite cool at the moment, so hopefully they look even cooler when we get inside this box. What are you saying, guys? That 3-pack is awesome. Wish it was 75, like the Daredevil 3-pack, says Matthew Matson. Yeah, it's when you look at the contents, 3 figures, right? 60-ish, right? Where's the rest of that going? You've got to wonder, because the blast effects, from what I can see on here, there's not a great deal. I do think the price is definitely inflated a little bit on that one, Matthew. I agree with that. I think 80 I'd have been cool with, but yeah, 89.99, yikes. But yes, the cover art is awesome. So that that goes somewhat to helping that. Oh, nice. Tyler Johnson's V2 Snake Eyes and Timbo shipped. Brilliant. Awesome. I'm weirdly excited to get that too. Right. Sorry, Samuel Murdoch. We are looking at the Viper 3-pack, which came in a couple of days ago. I've only just this second had a chance to do this. The annoying thing is I have to do an unboxing very quickly. Otherwise, I can't open it and get into it. So, otherwise, that's content gone. Thank you, Eddie Rodriguez, saying I love the hat. Actually, big shout out to Word Burglar. I'm wearing the Word Burglar gear today. He even sent me this t-shirt from the most recent crowdfunder that he did, and he sent me a bunch of CDs as well for Bergonomics, and this one is Bergonomic, sorry, and this one is signed. Look, Wordberg, Full Force, love it. Thank you, Wordberg. Shout out to you, mate. And if you look at the bottom there, ending conclusion, production by Diagnostic 80. Hey, yeah, you like that? So I got another track on another awesome Wordburglar album, and I'm very excited for that. So thanks to Wordburglar for all of his cool things, including the t-shirt, which is dope. I'm showing it again. There it is. I just rubbed my nipple as I did that. Hopefully that won't get me... hopefully it doesn't switch to like an OnlyFans or something. Right, let's... Oh, this is nice. Okay, so I'm just opening this box, by the way. I've just... 2 little simple cuts of the tape, and it's interesting already. What's that inside? Well, that is that. So this is the first layer, and it is a very cool... I like the kind of map, topographical map kind of deco on there. Very nice. Very subtle as well. I like that. So I'm guessing there's going to be maybe blast effects or accessories or what have you in here. Just going to give them a little trim. I don't know why I cut both ends. That was weird, wasn't it? So I think I just had a breakdown there, a mental breakdown, and just decided to cut both ends for no reason. Right, so in here we have, I think, lots of accessories in the little cardboard cases. These are in the kind, they're in paper, but they're not in the really nice paper that we've seen with... What did I have recently that had the really nice paper? The Ninja 2-pack, that's what it was. Oh, Compulsive Collector says, still priced higher than 3 individual figures, but the set is on sale for $84.99 on Amazon in the US today. Brilliant. Go check that out. Thank you, Compulsive Collector. Much appreciated. And I'm sure other people will appreciate that too. Again, massive shout out to Nick and Mass In Demand Toys in the United Kingdom for getting these to me. Sorry, there's loads of like these little, you know, we'll open them all momentarily. Just getting it all out. Yeah, all out of there. Got another little tape one. That actually looks a little bit like blast effects through there. We'll see. Right then, let's open that one first, considering it's in my hand. I'm not too kind of precious about the paper on this one. I was on the other. It's kind of like a little bag folded up, look. Yeah. I was on the Ninja stuff because that paper's really, really pretty. Okay, there's just a ton of stuff in my hand right now, guys. We're talking pieces of blast effects. Let me get those up close. So we've got like the little mushroom blast effect bit. We've got another little mushroom blast effect here. Pretty neat. I'll try some of these out on their guns as well when we get there. Oh, nice. Like the kind of spray it kind of blast effect there. There's so many little bits and pieces. There's a little end blast effect. There's a lot here. We've got like that looks like something out of Stranger Things, doesn't it? That's like when the monster opens its mouth or something. But yeah, there you go. Another cool, interesting blast effect. And we've got another of those kind of like base, almost like the base blast effect that the big one then pokes out of, or what have you. Another kind of end piece blast effect. These are nice. I think they're gonna give us a lot to play with here. I mean, display with here. I meant play. There's another little blast effect. Really nice. I'll try and get through. I mean, there's a lot. That's just the first bag. That is just someone smoking a cigarette. It's one of them. We've got loads of goggles. So there we go. We've got goggles there with like the little silver eyepieces. I'm running out of space here already, and it's starting to rain really hard. I'm not sure if you can hear that. More silver-like goggles. Silver lens goggles, I should say. Or, you know, and then we've got the gold ones. So there you go. That's for the officer, and the other two are for the losers. Then we've got some pistols. We have that again, I think, is for the officer because it's a bit fancier and different than the other two pistols. And then we've got these two samesies pistols. If I can, hang on. There we go. Beep, 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 beep. There. We've got those two kind of samesies, almost like Nerf pistols, aren't they? Yes, Vipers, Shane. There's a Viper 3-pack. And then we've got a silencer or suppressor, whatever you want to call it, that's going to go on the end of the old pistols. Like, I can do a little demonstration. There you go. Looks pretty cool like that, actually. I'll leave that. Right. So much to go through. Baggie number 2. This looks like backpacks. Looks, feels, and is the weight of what 3 backpacks would feel like. So again, I'm not going to be too precious with the paper because again, it's not. I'm not that fussed. So we've got backpack number 1 with the gold emblem on there. That might be our officer, mightn't it? Yeah, it looks like it. And the other 2 are just boring old red I'm kidding. They're just these backpacks with your red Cobra emblems on. Okay. So 2 of them and 1 of these. Let's hold it all together like some sort of magician. Look at that. Who needs post-production, right? There you go. Oh, there's a skull on it. I didn't even notice that, Matthew. You just mentioned there's a skull on the pistol. Is it on the handle? Can you see it? I think you can. There it is. Look, on the handle. Look at that. That's dope. I didn't even notice that. I knew that I saw there was something on it, but I thought it was like a shield with like a little thing in it. Very glad you pointed that out. Yeah, Viper officer, absolutely. I'm just going to put all these little. Oh my God, I'm just surrounded by blast effects. But that's kind of fun, and this is something that's new to G.I. Joe. Well, you know, to a degree, and new to the classified line especially. So I'm very excited to see what more blast effects we get in the future. Right, I'm now cutting into cardboard piece number 500, and these look like they are some rifles. Looks like we've got those pretty beefy Viper rifles. There you go, look. Very nice. And I don't have to flip them around because they look. I've already done it, technically. They're the same. They're the friggin' same, guys. So we got those. Cardboard piece number 2. So 2 baggies and 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of cardboard in terms of accessories. That's a lot, isn't it, really? So I'm kind of glad that there's a lot of stuff that comes with it. Now this, I'm guessing, is on its own, so I'm going to give that to the Viper officer. Nice little shooter. Nice little shooter. And the magazine comes out. Nice little shooter. Look at that. Nice. Get in there. Lovely stuff. Yep. So that'll be the officers when I bust him out. And continuing with the accessory removal and cutting this one, we have another rifle. Well, I suppose they could all be anybody's at this point because there's ones of everything now. That is that's a banger. I love this. And again, removable mag. I believe that's the case on these ones as well. I didn't show that on screen, but let's do it. I'm like, it does. Yeah, it comes out. I didn't break it. It's just in there like swimwear. There you go. Bosh. Okay, some nice wets. And yeah, so the one I just had was this beauty. I like that. That's kind of fun. Yeah, I like the look of that one. That's dope. Final accessory piece. Sorry guys, I'm missing all of the comments at the moment because I'm just really excited opening this figure up. I will get to some in a second. And now we have this little kind of almost like a Heckler and Koch style. Again, magazine removable. Boink. I like these a lot. These are very cool. Now, I'm guessing each rifle has a sort of, you know, what's the word? Blast effect style that would make sense for it. And I'll start doing that after I've got the lads out. But here they are. So, are you ready? There you go. So now we have just got the cardboard packaging. I'm surprised. I thought they'd put the officer in the middle. I don't know why. Just think for like, you know, the visual of it, you'd want him to be kind of in the midsies. But I don't know why I thought that. I guess, you know, just from how I display it. I always have like the main, like the head, the infantry squad leader, the commander, the officer, whatever. They're always in the middle at the front, and then the other guys are behind them, you know, spread out a bit. So yeah, it doesn't matter because they're all going to come out here. Looks like a very simple, you know, setup. They're just tied in there like so. Again, I'm not going to be massively precious about this. He says, being massively precious about it. I'll just cut that away so that that pops out, and we can see everything a little clearer. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So I just kind of cut that out from the back and whipped it out, Kitty said. So there we have the Vipers. Again, I should have got the Viper that's over there as a comparison. I do have a Viper near me, I think. Yeah, I do. I'll grab the Python Viper to do some comparisons later. But it would have been nice, McLeod, you know, to get the actual Viper that you needed to do a comparison with, but I didn't. Now, I'm going to cut these off screen because it's just going to be easier and quicker, he says, taking longer and making it more difficult. But yeah, and also it's not comfortable. And like, you don't even need to watch it anyway, so who cares? And okay, nearly got the officer out. Okay, so yeah, you just kind of just cut him out there. It's funny, when I look at it, it's just all shadow because the light is in my eyes. So I'm going to have to look at him through. Oh man, that is a nice deco, isn't it? I love that he's got I love that the scarf's back. I love the deco on this. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, kind of, you know, homaging that that modern era Viper officer as well. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Cool. So I'm just kind of giving him a good wiggle while I've got him in front of me. But yeah, everything seems to be in perfectly good working order. He is very cool. The other two lads, I should have done him last, really, shouldn't I? Because that would have made sense, but no. I need a sharper blade, or I just need to sharpen this one. Pick any of those maneuvers. Right then. Okay, there's Chappie number 2 out. Now he's going to be the same as the next guy, so I'll just basically utilize this one to look at the deco. And what I like about this one is it's a bit darker, a bit more subdued, isn't it? And I quite like that. There's a really nice deep blue on there. The black and the red look really nice on the gear. Yeah, really, really liking what they've done with this one as well. And again, scarf is back because obviously it went away for the Python Patrol one, which I still think that was a bad move. Man, what a great opportunity to get another scarf, but in a different color. I know they had to like cut a lot of things out for the exclusive, but still, guys, come on. A yellow scarf on the Python Patrol would have been perfect. Anyway, these are the two next to each other. Anywho, looking very, very cool. It's not possible to have too many Vipers, Toki Deathhammer. Absolutely. And I'm putting you up there. Look. It's not possible to have too many Vipers. Correct. Sorry, I've missed loads of comments, but I will try and get to some of them now. Captain K says, a Cobra officer wouldn't carry his own bag. Lol. I like that. That's hilarious. That bag they put in there is just for show. It doesn't actually go on him. A Punk with Toys says, did you already take out the blast effect that needs the little blue pill? I did, I believe. There we go. I did, yes. What else we got going on? Renegade Biker says, I'm hoping to get the Viper 3-pack Tomax as Amot and Stalker, hopefully by next week. I'm looking forward to getting it so I can put them in my display cabinets. They're awesome figures, all of those. Really into all of those, actually. Don't forget to save the 112 rope. What, the 112 rope that I'm cutting in half every single time. Robert H says that Viper officer would look great next to a Stinger driver because of the grey. Just have to wait for that repaint. Yeah, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Just have to wait for the Stinger. Although I'd be, it's probably more likely to happen soon. Right, I've got him out finally. It's hard multitasking, especially when you're trying to remove a Viper from non-plastic packaging. And again, samesies. He is the samesies. So, well, look, you can look at him anyway. Get a good look at him anyway. Thanks, Robert H. Very, very cool. Again, there's a shot from the back too. And I'll show you old matey boy as well. I do really like the thought of this kind of like almost instant army builder, but I have to agree with Matt from earlier. Price-wise, it does it's like, hey, really? Such a great set, says Jim Smith. It is, yeah, it's really cool. Eddie says you're locked and loaded, dude. I know there's yes. There's a lot of gear in here, which is good. Charlie G, I just got home. Mine is sitting in the box on my front porch. Go get him. Ignore me. Go get yours and enjoy yours. Hello, Grant Mooney. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Grant says, I recently got my Viper pack and I'm really loving it. The officer's shoulder is a bit stiff, trying to move it up. Let me just have a look. I mean, I prefer it to be a little bit of, a little bit stiffer. When it's loose, there's nothing worse than that. So yeah, it's almost like on a little ratchet, isn't it? Yeah, interesting little addition there. But yeah, I just move it about 3 times and it'll probably never ever go back to where it was. Yes, Max, that's something I was saying earlier that I should have probably prepped and done beforehand. That they're not too far away. If you don't mind sitting here for 2 seconds, do not go anywhere. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm still here. This is really good radio. How good is this for a TV, for a YouTube show, guys? Not being on it most of the time. I should have done that beforehand, and I apologize. But I was kind of just, rushing to get ready. Anyway, great shout, Max. I'm glad you forced me to do this. I'm going to call Max out on that. And let's have a look at what we've got. So we have the new deco and we have the Cobra. And like I said, yeah, there's the Cobra Island one is a much brighter blue and red, isn't it? This is way more subdued than that one. Let's have a nice close-up of the old heads. I will put all the gear on it as well in a second too. So we've got, again, you can see the reds. Clearly there's a difference there. Something about the neck skin as well. Let's look at the neck skin. Gross sounding. And I will also look at the backpack differences as well in a second. What is going on with the neck? All right, I'm going to take the heads off. It's going to get really complicated now, isn't it? I'm going to be like, oh no, I don't know whose is whose. I don't know where's is where's, do I? And there's a look at the difference in neck skin. I can't really see much of a difference. Oh, there is a difference. Yeah, there is definitely a difference. You can probably, I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but there you go. Yeah. Again, I'm not really, I'm kind of glad I have both, honestly. So let's have a look at the backpack comparison differences as well. So here we have the new one and here we have the Cobra. No, that's the wrong way around, isn't it? Yes, McLeod, that's the wrong way around. Here we have the new one and here we have the Cobra Island one. There we go. Again, you can see the difference in color is quite completely different. So you've got this hand, that's what I need to spin around. You can see the difference in the kind of gray colors on the ropes. The blues are way more vibrant on the Cobra Island one. The reds over the grey on here as well. And the reds on the Cobra logo are different. So there you go. Oh, and the other Viper, this one. All of them. Oh, yeah, nice. So this is the office. This is actually darker than the other two that we showed a second ago. Again, the lights might not be helping with this, and I will get this one on screen as well. The Three Stooges. And I'll also, but yeah, there is definitely a different tone there. It just looks like an absolute graveyard of heads and all sorts. Ah, there we go. That's what you were looking for, wasn't it? This is on one of the other new ones. So they've got like a darker skin tone going on there, which is brilliant. There we go. Lovely stuff. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to put all these back together again now because I feel like I've ripped them all apart. Yeah, I was just not paying attention to what you guys were asking. And that's what happens, I'm afraid. This is that one. This is where everything's going to go to pot now, where I put the heads on the wrong ones. No, that's correct. That's correct. I did it right. Make sure the scarves go in the right place as well. And thankfully, the goggles on the Cobra Island one are terrible. No, thankfully, the goggles on the Cobra Island one don't have any lens kind of like detail in them. They're just black. So you can kind of get away a little bit there with that. So there you go. There's some comparisons. Thank you, Max Blue, for talking about that and forcing me to go get up and, you know, do what I was supposed to do before I started this episode. I totally understand now. Right. Okay. So I think it's time to start putting some gear on. Get your gear on. That's yours. So get his backpack on. I'm kind of drawn to this this officer. I think he's really cool, and I love the deco. I'm gonna not put the pistol with the silencer in the holster, but his pistol is going in there like so. The pistol, the silencer, I don't have anywhere to put that on here, I don't think. Unless you guys know of a spot on there that's just hidden. No, I don't think there is. Obviously on the end of the pistol, but that's really awkward when it's in the holster. It's like a splint. So yeah, I'll probably just leave that out for now. But yeah, let's get some of these cool weapons. I'm gonna give him this cool one because I think this is dope. This old that blaster, and I'm going to try and somehow get his trigger finger in there if I can, because we're going to be putting blast effects in it, so he kind of needs to at least be pulling the trigger, doesn't he? And yeah, I always find this part difficult. It literally looks like I've broken his finger. I haven't, but get your finger back there. Why do you not want to work? There we go. Ugh. There we go. So he's now got that going on. I'm going to do some sort of like, I thought there were, for some reason, I know it's crazy to think this actually, because that was never the case, but for some reason I thought there were other hands that they came with. Obviously, no, that's not the case. Okay, but still really cool, and he still holds it really well. Look at that. Now I'm going to give this particular one, that one. No, that's too big. That's got to go for one of the bigger ones. This one, yeah, this works, I think. This little flower can go in there. Now, the first blast effect pops in like so, and then I'm going to utilize not the longest, but the second longest, or maybe not. What goes in there? I thought you could do like multiples. I might be wrong, or some of them you can and some of them you can't. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see. Some of them have it and some of them don't. Some of them have like, yeah, like that, for example. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but you can't. Yeah, so that is literally just that, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe I am just missing something here, which is usually something that happens. Anywho, I'm not going to keep you in suspense while I try and look for that. But yeah, the blast effects are pretty cool. I'm just going to put this in the end here, and we can see what that looks like. There we go. Very, very cool. Yeah. So again, enjoying. I'm going to get a lot of enjoyment out of these blast effects. I think that's just one example. And oh, he's got to have his goggles as well, hasn't he? I suppose he's got to have his goggles on. The goggles really like worry me because I always think I'm just going to snap immediately. I don't know, use a bit of heat and everything, but they go on pretty cool. But then I'm just kind of, I'm always concerned that I'm going to just push it too hard and it's just going to go pa-doing. Anyway, there is our Viper officer letting it go already, just shooting at anything he can see because that's the kind of guy he is, obviously. Cobra, don't forget. I'm just trying to see how some of these other ones are going to work. Or maybe you can. Maybe I was just being an idiot. Yeah, I was just being an idiot. It looked from what I could see like you couldn't put that in the end of there, but you can. It looked like it was an outie, not an innie, but it is an innie inside there. So brilliant. And I guess we can put this one on that one as well, because that's kind of dope. Oh, this is where it gets confusing though. What did they have on there? They had that little plume. I'm using this little plume. Oh, that's already together. Okay. So what's this one for? And why can't I get it the right way around? Again, because I'm an idiot. So this is what I was trying to do and failing massively at. Was that getting a whole looks like my nose. Anyway, yeah, sorry. I know there's a lot of me kind of faffing about this for the first time ever. But yeah, there's some really cool blast effects going on here. I really like them when you start putting them all together. And again, I like the almost like little haircut, a tiny little Barbie haircut they've got going on there, which is really cool. Yes, the smoke plume is the one that it doesn't work with. Absolutely, yeah. I'm just being a fool and doing this for the first time. That's a good one as well. That's the Stranger Things monster mouth going with the next long one up. And then obviously you've got this for the pistols, which is really dope. Well, not just the pistols, but for all of the weps. But I'm going to try it on this pistol to show you guys what that looks like. That's pretty cool, isn't it? It's really, really dope. Love that. So yeah, really enjoying those blast effects. But it is an absolute nightmare to be doing this on a TV show, on a YouTube stream. So I will just get the other two lads rocked up with their backpacks. And my word, my Viper squad has grown significantly now. Let's get their goggles on. And again, yeah, you put it right at the back and then you just like kind of push it down the front, basically. That's what I do. And then watch it go ping. There he is. He's got his on. And I'm going to give this guy, I'm going to give him one of the generic rifles because his name is Jerry. So he's completely generic. So there we go. You can have that one. And obviously his little blaster, his other little shooter in his holster. So there is one of our Viper lads all done up, all kitted out. And I'm going to display these with the blast effects 100% because it's just, they're so much fun. And finger go, I'm trying to get the trigger finger in the blooming, there we go. There we go. That was easier, that one. But I like this. I do like this rifle. That just leaves. I'm going to put again that one in his old. Oh, and his goggles. Cool. So you basically once you're completely done, right? If you were to put the pistol in the officer's hand and have the blast effect with the pistol going off, and if you were to have all like the other blast effects in use, which I think you can't. No, you can get most of them in but one of them can have 2 rifles, and he could be giving it kind of Arnie vibes or Stallone vibes, 2 at once kind of scenario. 80s action movie is what I'm getting at. So you could have most of the gear being utilized. There we go. Which is actually pretty impressive, really. So you could have you could have your officer giving it the big one, not just with the pistol, but then pop this little flower on the end, and he's giving it the big one in both directions, right? And obviously spread his legs. There you go. Give him a bit of a base and a bit of a base stance. But I do like that. That's really cool. So that's one. I'm going to see if I can kit them all out with everything. This guy's going to have the generic rifle, and I say generic, it's not really generic, but the one that was on the last one, the previous Viper rifle. I'm also going to give him the kind of smaller submachine gun. So he's kind of giving it the big one as well. And he can have, I guess, like that, yeah, because this is like you've just fired off a bunch of rounds and it's like hissing, steaming at the end. You know what I mean? Like that one he can kind of like have down by his side or kind of a little bit up so that it just does that. Isn't that really cute? Oh, it's brilliant. I will get to your comments in a second, guys. Bear with me 2 seconds. And we can have this one going in here like so. So he's giving it the big one in like every direction. So we've got 2 giving it the big one. And then that leaves this guy with a generic. You see, I've literally run out of stuff to utilize now. So with that said, I can have him. It'd be really cool, wouldn't it, if this was like one of those guns that kind of fit to the backpack? That would be kind of neat. But I am going to have him just hold it. It doesn't matter that he's not utilizing it in its fullest. But I'm going to have hang on. I'm going to have it's really raining hard now. So if you can hear that, apologies. Yeah, so this guy as well, he's also super maxed out. I've kind of got, I mean, you could like get, take one of those out of the equation and put it in the other machine gun. But they've literally got everything. They're carrying all of the gear, guys. Can you believe that? That's actually pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie. Like, there's one thing that usually really bugs me about some of the figures, and it's like there'll be like the odd bit here. Sometimes it's you can't really do anything about it, like Zartan, where you've got all those heads and masks and head sculpts and what have you. But like when it's like just a kind of one and done kind of unique, or like just a single carded figure, you just want them to have everything attached to them, and for the most part, they do really well with that. So I'm kind of glad that we can get them all, not only just using blast effects, but using all of the possible weapons at there and accessories and everything like at once. Not one item has been left behind. That's pretty dope. Anyway, that's all of them. I'll just get through some comments now while we're talking. There's loads I've missed. Apologies. Well, I'm glad that Max, I'm glad you're happy that I did that Cobra Island comparison one. Yeah, that would have been ridiculous if I hadn't. Yeah, I know A Punk with Toys. I'm aware of that. The goggles actually fit, for me, the goggles fit better, Matt. It seemed like the goggles didn't fit as well on the new guys. I didn't have any issues at all. They went on really nicely for me. Like, just put it at the back, fold it forward, slowly bring it forward. Job's a jobbing. Oh, sorry, I've gone way back here. Apologies. Oh, yes, a new Cobra female Trooper 3-pack for Classified would be amazing. And considering the female Trooper is on the cards, well, is happening, they've said it, then it's likely we're going to probably get something like that at some point, Robert, as well as a Python Patrol one. I really hope they do a Python Patrol female trooper. I think that'd be wicked. Yeah, I'd be well up for that. I just realized I got to the part where I was showing the skin tones and everyone's like, yeah, you idiot, you found it. Grant has asked, hey, Chris, do you see any potential problems the classified line might face down the road? I really love this line and hope it's successful. Well, Grant, I don't see it slowing down at the moment. The only thing that's in its way currently is distribution. Like getting anything into stores, getting anything, just in general, just getting anything is the hardest part at the moment. I'll hold these up while I'm talking. It's ridiculous if I don't. It looks ridiculous as well. So I don't think there's anything other than the current situation, which is kind of like affecting most things. Then I would, it does feel like Classified's getting the brunt of it, though. I will definitely say that. Obviously, there's but then you look at Super 7 as well. Super 7 having all sorts of issues, not just with GI Joe, but with getting any of their product out. So I just feel that those are the only issues that could hamper it. In terms of like the quality of the figures and the characters they're doing and all that kind of stuff, Grant, I think it's awesome. And I think this could go on for a very, very long time. The fact that we've got so much revealed already for 2023 means that makes me think, and like knowing what else is to come, I kind of feel like there's a lot more left in this line, especially if it continues to outsell everything, to definitely be more popular than most of the other franchises at the moment. I think, yeah, 100% keep it running. And the other beauty part about this, Grant, is the fact that there are so many characters to choose from. There are so many interesting characters that we haven't even got to yet. We haven't even heard name reveals for yet. So many characters, Lightfoot, that could really be done in such an impressive and cool way. And yeah, there's a lot of scope left in this one, mate. Trust me. This line isn't going anywhere. Certainly not in the next couple of years. This has got some life in it. If they can sort out the distribution, I don't see any issues, honestly. I know there's this weird discourse. It's weird because how can there's a weird dichotomy at the moment, because at the moment you've got what is effectively a very successful line, right? Very successful. And that's proven with everything that goes along with it, the amount that immediately sells out and all that kind of stuff. Like, it is a very successful, popular line, but there's a weird segment of the fandom which is trying to perpetuate this odd, like, everything's coming to an end kind of thing, which is weird because we're being given loads more than we've ever been given in terms of like information and like reveals and stuff in advance. I don't understand the kind of like doom and gloom aspect of it. Like, for me, the only thing that's really hindering the line is distribution. And if they can get that sorted out, well, then they've unlocked life, haven't they, basically? Toki Deathhammer says, I love both color schemes. They're pretty dope, aren't they, dude? Sorry, I know I should have them on the screen for most of this episode, and I don't. What we got going on? Matthew says every classified figure needs to come with fists and trigger hands. I know I was kind of thinking that they came with hands, but no, they don't. I don't know why I thought that. But yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it? What's my favorite Cobra Army builder? So I'm a big Python Patrol fan, right? And like Python Patrol, Tiger Force, anything ridiculous that doesn't make sense in the real world, I love it. And I think in terms of Python Patrol decos, if we're talking vintage, that the Televiper I really love, and oddly the Crimson Guard. I know everyone else hates the Crimson Guard. I don't. I think they're awesome. I also really love, in terms of troop builders in the vintage line, the Televiper in general, and Hydra Viper, because that's technically an army builder. So they're probably my faves. If it's classified, you're talking about, Grant, I think the Viper's pretty dope, but the Cobra Ninja 2-pack are pretty awesome. I think they're up there at the moment. The Python Patrol we have had are cool, but they lose marks for not having the scarf for the Viper, and the Bat's dope. I do like the Bat, but again, it's not. Yeah, the Bat's good. The Alley Viper. Nearly forgot the Alley Viper, Grant. The Alley Viper's pretty sweet as well, actually. Oh, that's a hard question. I'm just going to make it easy and timely and say this is my favorite one at the moment because it's new. It's a different color completely. And it's, and it's dope anyway. It's on a dope figure. And I do like these guys too. I like the subdued deco, but there's something very, very cool about this officer that I'm just really vibing on those colors. I'm kind of hoping we get Sonic Fighters Viper at some point. And I also want, what's the other one I want, guys? Tell me what I want. Tell me what I really, really want. Night Viper, says Matt Matson. That's a good one, dude. Night Viper is a very dope army builder. I like that one. Facebook user says, I just leave the goggles on and don't mess with them. I don't know who that is. Apologies. That's got nothing to do with me, unfortunately. I don't know why that's the case. Maybe that's something in your settings. But I'm going to put your post up anyway. And if whoever it is, you can let us know who you are in the comments if you want. And I'll say, there you go. Yeah, it's the same. Once I get those goggles on, I try not to remove them. Robert H says, I'm the Laser Viper fan in these chats. Laser Viper's a dope one too, Robert. Absolutely. There are so many. Hello, Paul. Legendary Toy says, this is an awesome set. Love the effect accessories. Hope they keep making them. I think we're going to see more of these blast effects, by the way. That one looked a bit weird because of the angle that it's. There we go. There you go. So it is lined up and it isn't wonky. It's just the way it was. I just noticed it on the screen. It looks a little off. Yeah, the gauntlets look really good. They work great on the red and blue ninjas. Yep, absolutely. I haven't actually tried that on mine, but I will. Grant says, after seeing that retro collection Snake Eyes last week, I'd really, really hope we see an issue 26 inspired 3-pack in Classified, especially that Snake Eyes. That's actually a fun little idea. Do some little bit of changes on it. And yeah, maybe like a torn forearm bit of cloth so you could see his tattoo. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? If they did something like that, they homaged that to that kind of level. I know that's more Super 7 vibe. I'm going to both be on the screen with the Viper at the same time. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Matt says, who makes some good blast effects like these? You find them in Transformers a lot, and I know there's a lot of companies in like Japan and the Far East that do lots of blast effects really well. But then I want to say Gridiron. Do Gridiron do that, guys? I know Gridiron do like amazing like gear and they're just brilliant. Don't get me wrong, but I can't remember if they do blast effects or not. Let me know in the chat if they do, and let Matt know in the chat if they do. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I don't like the fact that the Viper backpacks are so heavy, makes them really tough to use. Actually, that is a good point because backpacks are a bit of a bane in the Classified line anyway. The fact that some of them just like go, yeah, I'm just going to fall out. You look at me wrong, mate, and I'm going to hit the deck. So yeah, the fact they're really super heavy feels like they don't need to be. Like you could, hollow it out a little bit, make it so that the flap comes up and you can put little bits in there like blast effects. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be really cool. What we got going on? Looks like Matt's been sorted out. Hello there, those dull Vipers, says Cody. Are you talking about these ones, bud? The ones that aren't as bright, a bit kind of more subdued. So I still quite like that deco though. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, it's definitely a bit duller, isn't it, than the brighter Cobra Island Viper, which has definitely got way more kind of bright colors going on. And even at the time, I didn't think it was very bright. I thought it was still quite subdued. I've still got this one up on screen because I've really enjoyed this particular figure more than all of them. Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about there. Even though it took almost a year for the Spirit Wave to hit stores, now that it's here, the retailers around here at least clearly got more than the past wave, so that means something. Yes, Robert, there's definitely there's improvement in numbers. I just, in terms of distribution, I think is where the main issue is on that one. But I agree with you. Yeah. I get that, Adam. I get that. There is an element of trolls got a troll, but I still feel like it kind of does breed a weird atmosphere and feeling around the fandom that I don't think is necessary. Like 100%, it's annoying that this stuff doesn't, get distributed enough, and that is a problem that everyone's aware of, including Hasbro. If they could sort it out easily, guess what? It would be sorted out easily. Clearly, there are other issues at stake here, but like in terms of the actual quality of the product, the figures that we get. I mean, I look at my shelves and I think, man, this is what, like 2020, and it's what 2022 now, and I have just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that's like shelves, like cubby holes filled to the brim, like no space to pose them. And then loads of figures behind me, which you can probably see now. Look, all of them, Gung Ho in the corner over there, Gung Ho, Stalker, and Outback in actual fact, but you can't see Outback because he's hiding from you. So all of them, and all of these in front of me now. So many figures have come out in the classified line. Do you know what I mean? It's unbelievable. Anyway, I'm just what I mean is I think sometimes people think there's a problem when there isn't one necessarily. But anyway, yeah. That's another good point, Robert H. Yeah, Target and Walmart would not be giving a crap for any exclusives if the line was doing bad. That's very, very true. And I know there's a lot of negativity behind that, and I get that. And I know, like, the other thing you've got to kind of take into consideration as well is I'm not very controversial. Do you know what I mean? I don't say controversial things. I've been described as king of the shills, which I think is hilarious, by the way. And I'd want someone to do some sort of meme or Photoshop. I'll do it myself, but that feels self-serving, doesn't it? So, like, I know I find it kind of funny. I've just been moaning about distribution. I've just been talking about backpacks falling off. I'm hardly like that crazy with it. But obviously it's the two ends of the spectrum, isn't it? And then you've got I think that it's more interesting if people are being negative or aggressive or saying something nasty or just kind of kicking off, and it just creates, it's easier to get behind that for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I'm just here going, oh, I like this is fun, and everyone's kind of like throwing things at me like, you're a piece of crap, and it is what it is. I'm not going to lose sleep over it, but it's just one of those things, and just reminded me of that with that question. It reminded me to, that's all of the situation basically. Do you know what I mean? Punk with Toy says Python Patrol is not a part of Classified until I see it in Target. Good point. I think that is a good rule to have. Jay Doran says, I wonder if Classified Televiper will have an alternate head with the ouch flashing across the goggles. I would love that, Jay. I would absolutely love that. There's some cool stuff to come with that. Some cool information to come soon about Televiper, which I can't say anything about, but it's still awesome. So, watch this space, I would say. Well, watch not this space, but the general space, Jay. Matt says, I want Doc, Airborne, Footloose. Who am I kidding? I want all of them. And that's one of the things, isn't it? There's so much, absolutely so many characters. Oh, right. Facebook user equals Sean Carney. Sean Carney. Brilliant, Sean. Thank you for letting me know. At least I can say Sean now, can't I, when you're on? So thank you very much for letting me know. But yeah, as I was talking, about the Doc Airborne Footloose scenario. Yes, there's so many characters, Matt. So many characters that, we've still got to come. So many characters we haven't heard of that you expect got to be there soon. I mean, like, no one has heard hide nor hair of Hit and Run yet. And Hit and Run is like one of the, I feel like he got, especially in the modern era, like a string of good releases towards the end with Tiger Force and the Wolf Squad one in the 50th and, the multiple, like the club ones. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm excited for all of the characters to come. Smiler67 says 8 weapons for 3 figures. Seems like we need one more. 3 each for each figure. Am I wrong? I think what it's supposed to be is because they've actually all got well, actually no, I've got the pistol with the officer. I think the officer gets his different weapon. Maybe the officer just gets all the different weapons, and the two schlubs just get the same one. Do you know what I mean? That's probably what they're looking at, how they're looking at it. But I agree with you, Smile, on that one. Who, let's face it, you're going to be invested in this because your avatar is a Viper. So yeah, they could have thrown one more in there, I reckon. Yeah, and maybe a few more blast effects, and that may have been a little bit more value in terms of the $90 that you fork out for it. But yeah, and that's another thing. How can I be a shill if I'm moaning about the price? No, I'm kidding. Like, I know I'm generally optimistic and positive, and I do enjoy this product very much. Like, I'm a big fan of it. So, shill's gonna shill, right? Oh, no way. Robert H says Barbecue's backpack is so tight that it broke in his back and I had to get a new one. Well, at least you got a new one. That's dope. Did you have to get a whole new figure, or did Hasbro customer service hook you up? Because they've been quite good, honestly, for me. And yeah, I know I've got a hookup, but not when it comes to Hasbro customer service. I still have to go through the process of contacting them and doing that. It's not like they know who I am. I could have asked somebody maybe, but that again would seem a little bit odd. But yeah, what else we got going on here? Captain K, can we go back to arguing about pinless joints instead of when the product ships? Lol. Yeah, we can. We can talk about pinless. We can talk about pinless joints all you want. I just love this product, guys. I'm not going to lie. I love these figures. I get so excited when I see new ones, even if it's repaints. Neil Hill isn't on tonight, but our resident repaint was it Baron von Repaint. So yeah. Oh, Matt O'Brien back in the game again. Who is this Hasbro shill? JK, had a quick break from a long day and wanted to say hi and thank you for all you do. Happy Thursday. Matthew, thank you so much. And a super chat, no less. You absolute star. Thank you very much, bud. We really appreciate all your support. We appreciate everyone's support, all of you guys, but Matt's better than you. I'm kidding. Please don't take that the wrong way, everybody. Adam is correct. I'm as edgy as a Satsuma. Classic Boosh. Funnily enough, if for any of our patrons, I did an Intel episode the other day and I snuck in a little Mighty Boosh reference. I hope everyone enjoyed that. Don't say anything. Who else we got going on? Oh, hello, Craig and Bush. How's it going, D80? Can't wait to get my sets tomorrow. I hope we get 3 packs like this for all Cobra Army builders. Actually, that's pretty good point, really, because I don't. Again, I'm going to hold these up because I haven't. This is what the video's about, technically, and people are probably tuning in, going, "Why is it just his face? Who cares?" So I'm going to do some sort of weird, awkward. Hi, oh hiya. So yeah, I'm good, Craig, and thank you very much. And I do also hope that, honestly, I want to, not like every single day, but I definitely want to see a couple of these kind of 3 packs churned out. 1, so that we get more blast effects, and 2, so we can get some other cool army builders in one go. So yeah, I agree with that. That would be awesome. And then something a little bit like, a little bit different than what we've already had, because it's all good to army build the same thing over and over again, but I don't know. It's difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you want them to be the same, so that all looks the same on your display. Sometimes you don't mind a bit of variation. Sometimes it allows depth and levels. Like you've got, your officer, you've got your infantry squad leader, and then you've got your schlub, and then you've got a Python Patrol guy who just looks fancy. So I don't know. I like the difference. I like having like that level of differentiation in there, and it just makes for a nice diverse visual, doesn't it? Like lots of different colors, lots of different designs. So yeah, but yeah, mate, I hope you really enjoyed this set. I know a lot of people have got them. I know people are getting them. So yeah, I kind of wanted to do this as soon as possible, but it just wasn't possible a couple of days ago, and it's not like I had them before everybody else. So yeah. sorry, I was reading a comment there from Matt there when I should have just put it up there. See the article on that Park Place on Joe collecting? Question mark. Sorry, I should have read that like a question. I didn't. It's on the office discussions for G.I. Joe and retail. It's called G.I. Joe, Where Did You Go? Industry insiders explain the state of action figures. I vaguely recall seeing that article, actually, Matt, and I can't remember where I fell on it because some of it, like I think if it's the one I'm thinking of, there was a few things in there, even from like the insiders. I wasn't 100% sure that's where it was coming from because, again, like I know a lot of people in Hasbro as well, and I don't get the same vibe that a lot of them were saying in that. So I still think there's an element of opinion baked in there, and obviously there's going to be discourse, and people currently at Hasbro as well, there's going to be a different, there's going to be like a mandate or what have you that makes sense. Like you're not going to be at a company and just be bad mouthing them or saying all sorts of stupid things, are you? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever, and that would never happen. But I wasn't like 100% on it. But anyway, thank you for pointing it out, and you've mentioned where it is, that Park Place. G.I. Joe, Where Did You Go is the name of the article. So if you want to check it out, go ahead and read it and see what you think. But like I said, I don't think I was fully like with it all the way, if you know what I mean. Not to say that I'm some sort of expert, because that isn't the case. We can all have our opinions, can't we? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and those opinions are based on information that you have. So if you don't have all the information at hand, sometimes your opinion doesn't mean anything because it doesn't have, a lot of the important information involved. So mine doesn't either in that sense, because I don't have everything at hand. It's one of those things that you always kind of work it out after the fact. And even then it's still a little murky. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, thanks for letting us know, Matt. Take care, Renegade Biker. Mr. Popinskis, hope we get one last stream for Classified to close the year. I think we will. I believe we will, based on the fact that they do have product coming, the following year. So it's not like they just shut up shop and then open up on January. So I think there will be something before the end of the year, Mr. Popinski. And if not, then it will be earlier, very early in 2023. I forget what year we're in. Yeah, 2023 next year. But I think there'll be something. Yeah. Robert H. I'm sorry. I didn't think about customer service at the time. I just bought a second figure. Well, there are plenty of them. But yeah, they do. Contact them via the website. They're usually very on it. They're usually very quick to help you out with anything. And if they can't, there'll be reason. I don't know. There might be a reason why they couldn't. But honestly, I've been sorted out, and I know a couple of other people that have had that issue too, with other things. Thanks, Todd. Full force to you as well. Steel Brigade 3-pack needs to happen. The third in the V2 colors. Well, it'd be Steel Battalion now, Robert H. But yeah, that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? I'd love to see Steel Battalion. That'd be very awesome. And Matt Crosser, dude, you didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. It was a couple of weeks ago. I was thinking the same way. However, it talked about a couple of different directions, including a full O-ring revival. Awesome. I'm glad you're on the same wavelength as me then, Matt, on that one. And again, this is one of those things, isn't it? It's not like the article has to be like, absolutely spot on. And even then, it might be. It might be. But like I said, from my perspective, and obviously yours a little bit there as well, I don't think it was something that was, like 100% on the money in some of its content. But thank you so much, Matt. Appreciate that. I would have read that comment out, though. You don't have to do that. Like, I appreciate it. And that's the same for Matt O'Brien and everyone else on the channel. I appreciate it very much. We appreciate it as a channel. But it's, you guys support us in many ways, so we really appreciate that. Anyway, thank you. Let's just do this weird thing that I always seem to have to do for OCD effect. Yeah, just put my name banner on the bottom. It's just vanity is what it is. So I switched the screen now so we can talk about these guys. That's the Cobra. They had the Cobra Island one sneak in there under the... Let's do this. Let's get these guys all together and just go. Look at that. They're amazing. Really, really enjoyed opening these. Thank you very much, guys, for jumping on, asking all your questions and having a little discussion and chats. I really enjoy these, and I hope you guys do too. Clearly you do. Some of you more really do enjoy it, and I really appreciate that. So thank you so much. It's been a laugh. It's been fun. And yeah, we've got to talk about some cool figures. Like I said, I think this is my favorite. I'm going to really enjoy this Viper now. And I'm going to get him and the other lads over with the Python Patrol one and have a nice little collection of Vipers. It's great. Like already we've got all these different Vipers, like, the standard Viper. And again, here's me going, I want the Sonic Fighters one. I want the other one. I want a Crimson one. I want all of them. Actually, that's something I expect to see at some point. The fact we've had a Crimson Bat, a Crimson Guard, the Crimson Twins. I've got a feeling we're going to see a Crimson Viper at some point. I mean, that's got to happen, hasn't it? That's got to happen, hasn't it? Hasn't it? I know this is kind of like a Crimson Viper, but I mean like all Crimson. So I think that's probably going to happen at some point. Anyway, thank you guys. Inbox Collector, thank you. Thank you for the comment. Appreciate it. Matt O'Brien says, Chris, think they will. I'm sorry, I'm just not used to doing normal comments, mate. I don't want to read it. Think they will either drop some pipeline names or figure reveals at the upcoming convention on the 28th. That is MCM London, isn't it? I think they will, I think something's going to be like revealed. It might be something like in line with, something else, but I definitely think they're going to do some sort of reveals on the 28th. I think it's the 29th is the actual panel, I want to say, but I could be wrong on that, Matt. But yeah, that's when the convention is. MCM London. Hasbro are going to be there. It's going to be Emily, B-Mac, a couple of other people, Patrick from Star Wars, and I think, was it Dan from Marvel as well? One of the guys from Marvel might be there too. That's awesome. Hasbro getting out to London and doing that's wicked. So they're going to have some talk about the future of the classified line, Matt. So I fully assume we're going to get some sort of name drop. Maybe they're going to tie it in with some sort of pre-order thing. Who knows? But I think it's going to be worth us keeping an eye out, definitely. And cool for London getting that for a change. I like that. Felix says, hello all. Finally got Spirit, Stalker, Storm Shadow, and Cobra Officer all in this century. Full force. Well done, Felix. Great figures, all of them, mate. Absolutely great figures. Matt says, we want you to know we don't think you're a shill, lol. I appreciate that, but don't worry. I know exactly what I am. I know the kind of scumbag I am, guys. Don't worry. Oh, brilliant, Matt. All of your stuff's coming. I'm excited. I can't wait for you to get all of that. Brilliant. Matt thought it was a super Matt chat day. Yeah, it looks like it has been. Captain K, I wish they would give us new characters before repaints. Now, let's talk about that quickly while we're on that. I think as what we're going to see now are more new characters and fewer repaints, because for a while, they had a smaller budget, they had a smaller team, they had it wasn't given the resources it needed for the success it was having. I think that's changed since the His Tank HasLab. I think since that kicked off, we're going to start seeing that more now. Like, obviously, we've got things coming in that are going to be repaints, and we've still got a few repaints on the horizon. But I think as we go, Captain K, I think we're going to, we've already, there's a bevy of new characters coming out soon. And we're doing 5-figure waves. So that's another thing to look forward to. I think it's going to be more of that and less of, the kind of repaint angle for quite some time, actually. I think it'll probably be the same amount of repaints, but we're just going to be getting more figures. So I think you're going to be getting that opportunity, Captain, as we go. So I think that's something definitely coming around the corner, definitely. Keep opening those figures, Matt. They're awesome. Love the Vipers. There's Inbox Collector. Yeah, they're so cool. Halloween Vipers, says Matt. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. They're doing a lot of that stuff with Star Wars, aren't they? Yeah, the Black Series. I thought some of that was quite cute. Matt O'Brien says, God, can't wait to see if the design team does Dreadnought cycles. Would be amazing. Again, can't be too far off. Not with Ripper and Buzzer around the corner. And I imagine Torch can't be far behind, and Monkey Wrench and Road Pig, etc., etc. I wouldn't mind seeing Xandar as well. You know us. That was another good quote of his in the movie. You know us. So deep, his voice. Right then, that will be everything. Thank you so much, guys, for jumping on and chatting with me and looking at this wonderful 3-pack of Vipers, the Viper 3-pack, if you will. I'll get all of them. And they all carry all of their gear and blast effects, which is amazing. I know it looks ridiculous me holding them like this, but I will be taking pictures and posting them as well. So anyway, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for joining, whoever did. Thanks for all your comments. Really appreciate it. I will see. Oh, Zanzibar. Good shout, Jamie Lynn Parks. Yeah, Zanzibar. Let's throw that in there too. And Norgahide while we're at it. And a Dreadnought Swamp House. Sorry. And a Dreadnought Swamp House. Yojo, full force. Right, well, I don't know. I did a little bit of a premeditated, a premature one there. But anyway, you know what to do. After 3, guys. 1, 2, 3. Full force. Catch you later. That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, full force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @TheFullForce, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/TheFullForce, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/TheFullForce podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.